God, I'm still hanging from the Christmas party. It's that time of year, and it was pretty eventful, to be fair. Well, first of all, I naturally got smashed and set a bad example for the rest of the team. Lacazette got totally pissed and thought he'd scored double figures this season. The most important thing was that Granit Xhaka handed in a transfer request. I don't know if he was pissed or if he just fancied doing it, but apparently he didn't feel wanted, and he just handed me a transfer request. Me and him get on quite well, so I said, yeah, sure, if you can help find me a club, then go for it. And after that, we all had a good dance. He seemed in really good spirits, and he's a bit of a mover, Xhaka. I tell you, he moves a hell of a lot more on the dance floor than he does on the pitch. And yeah, he moved and somehow managed to dislocate his hip. So now he's out for 2 months, which means I probably can't sell him. Drop the intro. How we doing, everyone? MikeRo Munch back here with another FM20 Arsenal video for you today, and we've got two big games following on from the last episode. We're going to dive straight into it. No games have been in the in-between off camera, and today we've got Manchester United and high-flying West Ham. West Ham are 4th and Manchester United just behind them in 5th position. We are still top of the table. Will we be there come the end of the day? Let's crack on and find out. I might also, if we get time, walk you through some of the players that I have been looking at, maybe buying for the January transfer window. And if you want to let me know your opinions in the comments section at the end of the video, please let me know if any of them are worthwhile. Anyway, United up first. Obviously not quite the superpower that they used to be, and we have got some good news here. Is that Pereira's out, Martial is out, which is probably the big one. Jesse Lingard, not really that bothered about that. And Diogo Jota, who they've signed this. They always seem to sign Diogo Jota in most games that I play for Manchester United. He is out. They've won 4 of the last 5, as have we, so both coming into this in quite good form. So it's the usual first team lineup today. Why change a winning formula? At the end of the day, we just spanked Spurs at the new White Hart Lane. Just if anyone forgot or missed the episode, go back and watch it. It's a belter. So it's Leno in goal, Tierney, Socrates, David Luiz and Bellerin as the back 4. Then you've got Torreira, Delaney and Ceballos making lovely little triangles in the middle of the park, dominating other teams. And we've got Aubameyang, Pepe and Lacazette, all 3 of them on the score sheet in our win at the new White Hart Lane. And the benches, as you would imagine it would be as well. I'm looking at it now, we've got a lot of depth actually on the bench, more than I thought that we did. I'm not saying it's a league title winning bench, but at the same time, it's easily a top 4 bench, and that's probably the thing that excites me the most. Well, that and Kelly Brook. Is Kelly Brook still attractive? I'm going to Google. Yeah, she is. Right, United then lining up with a 4-1-4-1 formation. Just seeing if they've signed anyone else. Not that I can see. Only Diogo Jota up front seems to be their usual change. Dan James. I wonder how quick Dan James is on this. Pace of 19, acceleration 16. So apparently he's not as quick as Rashford. Unsure about that. Right, the Emirates is a Rockin, and this is probably actually a game you would expect us to win, and I'm going to say that. I expect nothing but a win from this match to keep our good run going. It hasn't quite got the boys as excited as I hoped it would do. Let's go for the old faith chat. Look at that. The Emirates is a rocking, and I'm hoping for another positive episode today. I reckon we can get through this Christmas period relatively unscathed. No really bad injuries to the front 3. And I reckon that there's a chance, we could maybe get the title here. In our first season, that would be nothing short of incredible. We've made a very good start at dominating the ball and dominating United. It's obvious to me that they're going for a kind of counter-attacking formation, as Bellerin absolutely floors Rashford there, which makes me very happy. Ceballos back to Torreira, already strutting our stuff. And yeah, there's a slight earthquake going on upstairs by all accounts. I might have one of the heaviest footed neighbours in the history of heavy footed neighbours. Bellerin on the ball here, driving forward, whips it. I thought he was going to whip it in, he hasn't. He's smashed it into the side netting. What the hell is going on up there? Actually, I don't want to know the answer to that question. It's been a pretty poor first half, to be fair. This is not something I've been used to during my time as Arsenal manager. Usually the games have been pretty enthralling, but not today so far. United have obviously come here with a game plan, and they're doing very well at it. Bellerin, though, they're robbing Rashford again, who's not having a particularly good game. Nicolas Pepe now driving in field. Nicolas Pepe scuffs his shot, and it's a decent save by De Gea, but you can tell by the way Pepe hit that, it didn't have a lot of conviction. We've absolutely bossed this half. We just can't break through them at the moment. David De Gea having a very good game at 7.1. I'm actually going to say keep playing the way you have and the result will come. And I don't doubt that for a second, actually. We have been playing some pretty decent stuff, and it's only a matter of time, you feel, before we break the deadlock. United can't possibly have another half like that where we've had 11 shots and they've only had 1. It can't possibly sustain that, I don't think. It's not quite happening for the front three, though. We've not really got the ball into them enough to do the damage, and I'm wondering maybe if some Ozil creativity is required. I think this is a game that is crying out for a Mesut Ozil kind of player, so I'm going to take Osabayos. Torreira's going to come in, and he can go and play in the deep line playmaker, but on defend role here. Then we're going to get Mesut Ozil on the pitch, get him a little bit more advanced, get him playing in between the lines on that support attacking playmaker role, and let's see what he can come up with. I just feel that maybe we're lacking that little bit of quality, and Ozil will bring that. And I'm not sure if he's actually come on yet, but they brought on Scott McTominay, and yeah, on comes Ozil, an elite attacking midfielder. He certainly is, and is he going to have an influence on this game? Lovely ball there by us to find Tierney. Tierney into Socrates. Socrates, lovely ball out to Bellerin. We're spreading the play nicely at Pepe. I mean, we're just pinging it left to right, moving United around. Tierney into the box. Lacazette heads it just over. Oh, that was unlucky, but much better already. They're just playing it around nicely, United, but that's a nothing ball from Fred, as per usual. Aubameyang, that was a bit of a late tackle on there, a little bit naughty. Tierney back to Leno. Just one goal, I feel, is going to win this game, and let's hope that we're the ones that get it. Bellerin. Back into David Luiz. Luiz, lovely little switch to Bellerin there. Bellerin, and him and Luiz just having their own little private passing game at the moment. Torreira, Ozil. Here we go, go on, mate. Inject a bit of play into it, Mesut. Lovely vision. He finds Pepe. Nicolas Pepe. Oh, he's at the bar. He tried to bend it into the top corner. I don't believe it. That's why I bring Ozil on, though. That pass was sumptuous. God, I've asked the boys to show some passion in these last 10 minutes, and this is just so irritating. We've been by far the better team. I'm going to go attacking for the last 5 minutes, but I didn't really want to go anything different because we've done so well. But we've just not had the shooting boots on, and this is a real opportunity missed here. And I'm feeling a bit disappointed to come away with a 0-0. I mean, a draw against United is nothing to be scoffed at, but a 0-0 is pretty depressing. And look at that, how have we not won? I'm going to say I'm happy with that performance. The boys are happy as well. I am happy in the sense that it was a very good performance. It's disappointing we couldn't get the win, and that's annoying. Really, really annoying. We've got West Ham only 2 days later. Fortunately, we played quite early now, and they are playing... When are West Ham playing? And they're playing a little bit later, so even then, we're going to have a little bit more time than they are during this Christmas period. A bit disappointed that game didn't really offer the fireworks. So far in this series, we've had a lot of really good games, and every time I've been on camera, it's always been quite exciting, but that game was a bit of a stinker. Not something I can often say, but you're going to get them now and again during the save. I'm just surprised that United... Well, I'm not surprised that United were a little bit defensive because, you know, they've got that small team mentality now because they know that they're not very good. But it's still a bit disappointing because you expect more. I'll just look at the next couple of fixtures we have as well. We've got Liverpool and then United again. Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, United in the FA Cup. Baffling. Okay, at least we were also the late game today. That makes me a little bit happier as well. I would rather have played the day afterwards, but, I mean, the fixtures coming thick and fast here. This is where I could have used Granite if he hadn't gone off and dislocated his hip. He's just too much of an animal. Too much of a groove animal. Oh, Granite. He can boogie, but he keeps hitting the floor. Oh, Granite Xhaka. He can boogie, he just won't score. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, sir. Granite Xhaka. That was some... interesting singing. City have overtaken us and have gone back up into first. A bit disappointing, but our other big rivals, Tottenham and Liverpool, both played against each other on this fixture. I was going to say on this fixture today. It's another state the obvious moment. Tottenham and Liverpool played each other, and Spurs winning that 2-1. Couldn't beat us though, could you? Rubbish. Right, I'm going to stick with the same team because, again, the performance wasn't bad. We've got a couple of tired players, but I think the most important thing to note is that I am going to make changes during this game, especially after time. Kieran Tierney and Hector Bellerin in particular look absolutely shattered. But I'd rather play the first team in this game because West Ham are going to be tired as well. There's no getting around that. If their fitness is anything other than around 80s or 70s, I'm going to be disappointed. They've signed Carlos Alenia. He's a very good signing. Other than that, it looks pretty much like their normal team. Who's this boyo? Livaja? He looks pretty decent. Another good striker, but he's no Sebastian Haller, who is a player we are going to have to watch out for. He's quite decent on this, as is Yarmolenko, who's I think been their player of the season so far this year. Yeah, he's absolutely brilliant in terms of his attributes. But I still fancy us. We've got a good away record recently. I'm going to assertively say today, we should be winning this one fairly comfortably. You play your game and you'll win. And I never really like saying that, especially to teams like Arsenal, because I think then they kind of go out thinking, it's fine, mate, we'll just turn up and win. And that's obviously not what you need in the Premier League. They've got a fair few players that aren't that tired on the pitch, which I'm finding a little bit surprising, as our first highlight comes in just into the 10-minute mark. Marky Noble nearly losing out to Delaney there, but Noble shifted past him into Lanzini. Great pressing again from us here. Yarmolenko spreads the ball wide, and they're going to get on the overlap here. Felipe Anderson, that's a superb ball to Yarmolenko. He picks it up, he hits a great save by Bernd Leno, and we got to watch out here. We got caught in behind there. We do tend to play a little bit of a high line, but we've got some pretty pacey centre backs and full backs to help usually get us back into it. As Yarmolenko heads wide, he's obviously a bit of a live wire. My leg's really sore. Obviously hasn't recovered from the night out yet. I'm wondering if I've been like this the entire time. That'd be very upsetting if I have. I feel like the cameras have been a little bit low all the way through this. Decent start of the game, but again, it looks like a little bit of a snooze fest at the moment, and that's not, A, great for the video, and B, it's not exactly great for the team either. We've been very much the entertainers of the league so far this season, but today we're a little bit lax, and oh my god, Yarmolenko is toying with us here, and they throw it in. Bellerin with a woeful clearance, and Carles Alenia, that is some finish. Did he head that, or did he volley it? If he's headed it in from 20 yards out. I need to see this, Adonis. Zabaleta, a decent ball in. Woeful clearance from Bellerin. I mean, come on now. Bernd Leno's got to... I'm going to reserve... That's upset me a little bit. Cresswell. Another ball over top to Yarmolenko, who just keeps pulling away. And Kieran Tierney with a great tackle. Wait, what? You cannot... That cannot be a penalty. Flipping out. I thought they were literally... There is like VAR. They're just VARing everything. Even a clear, wonderful tackle they're going to VAR. Piss off. Woeful half. 1-0 down. Really poor. I'm going to finally get a bit aggressive. I've never been like this all the way through the season so far. Aubameyang's coming off because he's knackered. Callum Chambers is coming off Hector Bellerin. And Kieran Tierney's getting hauled off Ainsley Maitland-Niles. It's going to be interesting to see how Maitland-Niles deals with Yarmolenko, as he's not even a proper left-back. And Yarmolenko was giving Kieran Tierney the absolute runaround in that. But they were our three most tired players, and I need to get them off. I have to take the gamble. Whatever we were doing was not working. And this is the first real bump in the road that I've had since Arsenal manager. We tend to bounce back against disappointing results really quickly, but this is going to hurt. This one's going to sting a little, I think, because West Ham are a team we really should be beating. But the London team is a hard place to go. And the front three have been non-existent. But here we go. Are we going to finally have a highlight? Torreira on the ball. Plays it into Ceballos. Ceballos, good ball back there to Socrates. I mean, and that's not helping me, Socrates, mate, as he gives the ball away to Haller. But he manages to win it back. Lacazette's through. I think he's offside, though. Yeah, he's going to be offside, I think. Yeah, he has. He's cancelled it. Damn it! It's ruled out. I did think he was slightly off. We'll see it here. Socrates as well to win it back, but yeah, no, he is. He's offside. There's no getting around it. Oh, it's annoying. Better, though. We had a good run. The minute I started mentioning the title, boys got a little bit complacent, I think it's safe to say. We're going to go attacking for the last 10 minutes. It's going to... Oh, no, Nicolas Pepe looks like he's carrying a knock because he's down at 41% conditioning. I did say if any of the front three got injured, we'd also be in trouble. And Socrates had a really poor day today. Allah's given him the runaround. As has Yarmolenko, as has Felipe Anderson. We've not really been at it today, and I think this is going to be one of those Arsenal away performances where we just have it in us to really bottle it, as it were. And the worst thing is that even though we've been playing so well, we are actually only 3 points away from being outside the top four. That's how hard it is at the moment. And a 1-0 win to West Ham, and you can't really say they didn't deserve it. A very even game, but a wonder header. Make of that what you will. From Castellini has done it from today. I'm going to say that wasn't good enough, though. I am aggressive because I'd like to dominate games, and we didn't do that there. That was really poor. We're 4 points off City then. Like I said, 3 points off of Spurs, who are in 5th. So we've got a lot of work to do. So what we're going to do then before the end of the episode, I'm going to quickly walk you through my shortlist of potential signings for January and see what you guys think. Your opinion would mean quite a lot, and obviously it means that we can kind of go through it together in terms of what we're looking for in the team. I'm thinking that even though Xhaka's not going, there's a view to him going in the future. I might be able to sell him off before the end if he comes back in time. So what I'm thinking is that I might look at another really good central midfielder to help anchor it so we can rotate a little bit more in that midfield. I think Willock's a good attacking midfielder, so I'm looking for someone a bit more box to box while Willock can play the attacking playmaker role that Ceballos is currently in, because remember, he is only in on loan. So for that, I've got Romario Barro, who's a 19-year-old Portuguese talent from Porto, and he just looks outstanding. He's listed as a wonder kid, only valued at 8.25 million, but we reckon we can get him for around about 22 million, so I think he'd be a bit of a bargain to get. On the other one I was looking for maybe is Donny van de Beek. Everyone will be familiar with him from Ajax. He is a very good, committed attacking midfielder. A lot more attack-minded than midfield-minded, although he can play as a box-to-box midfielder, and that is the role I'd be looking to play him in. And then, obviously, central defender-wise, I've got a few targets. We've got Jerome Nguene. I'm mindful of time, so I'm going to go through this quite quickly. So you can always pause and have a look at the attributes if you want to yourself, and then let me know in the comment section what you think. But I think this boy is very good. Very tall, physically very fit, very athletic. Decent mentals, to be fair. Technicals could definitely do with a bit of work. Heading, marking of 13, tackling 14. Don't excite me too much. His passing is also only 11. So he could definitely use a bit of work, but he is considerably cheaper than the majority of other players that I've been looking at. We could probably get him for under £10 million. So as a £10 million signing, I think it'd be very good. But are we going to see the best doing the save? Probably not. A player we'll all be familiar with, Nikola Milenkovic, obviously at Fiorentina in this game. One of the most sought after talents in Europe. He's a very decent defender, to say the least. Rated 79 on my scout report. Very tall, 195 centimetres, very physically strong, very mentally capable, and technically probably one of the better defenders on this list. There's a few more here, but the main two I was looking at along to go with it would be Nathan Ake from Bournemouth. He, for me, would be the one I'd be looking to buy off, but obviously I'm going to have to pay an extortionate rate to get him away from Bournemouth. And then the other one is Jonathan Tah, who is obviously a name most of us are very familiar with. Physically very capable, mentally good, but I think the lack of leadership and lack of determination at 10s each does put me off him slightly, but technically he's also very good, much more of a kind of passer out from the back. So, I mean, those are the ones that I have at the moment. If you do think of anyone else, please do let me know in the comment section. The only other player I was thinking is maybe Sander Berg as a foil for Torreira, just to give Torreira a bit of competition for places, but with a budget of only 64 million, I say only 65 million, can I really be affording to do that on squad players? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I need people that are going to improve the lineup straight away. For me, the two I really like, I would like Barrow. I think he's a very decent footballer, and I think I'd like to get Nathan Ake, but I have no idea how much he would cost. But I'm also going to leave this up to you in the comment section. Please do let me know who you think we should sign with an eye going forward onto January. Maybe there's a player I've missed that you think I could sign. Maybe there are positions that I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe we need a little bit more for the front three if they're not firing like they haven't been in the other games. I didn't exactly have the most to bring off the bench. I don't want to show all the big games at Anfield, so let's come back for the end of the transfer window then for Brighton and Bournemouth, so it gives me a little bit of time to get some signings in. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Not the best one today in terms of results, but still good fun nonetheless, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe, and until I see you in the next episode of my FM20 Arsenal save, stay cool.